What's up guys? So, what a crazy few days it's been. So after leaving Sangigi yesterday, I'm now speaking to you from Gili Trawangan, the largest of the 3 Gili islands here in Lombok. We spent a lot of time travelling here yesterday, and when we actually arrived at our hotel, which is the Ombak Resort, there was no time to get our bags into our room because as soon as we got here, we were off on a snorkeling trip for the rest of the day. The snorkeling was awesome, the water was so clear, we saw so many beautiful fish, there were turtles, it was literally like a dream. It was like being in a real life Disney remake of Finding Nemo. Once we had finished the snorkeling, we then headed over to Gili Air, which is the smallest of the 3 Gili islands. We were actually stuck there for about 2 hours because the heavens opened and we couldn't even get back onto our boat. However, we were able to stay under shelter in one of the local bars and just keep drinking until it was time to go. Then came the boat ride back to Gili Trawangan. The sea was so rocky and it was actually quite scary. Everyone was putting on their life jackets, people were screaming.
It's gonna be fine. Stop freaking out. You are, you look like you're crying.
However, we made it back safely and everything was fine. And once we got back to our hotel room, I was shattered. I had to nap for like 2 hours just to get all of that energy back. It was completely sapped out of me. Once the evening had come around, we met up with our tour group and we went out to one of the local reggae bars, which is called Sana Sana. Really good reggae music and lots of reggae renditions of modern songs. It was awesome. So we're going to spend the day renting bicycles and cycling around the island to visit all of these beautiful beaches. Fingers crossed it's not going to rain on us, but the way that the weather has been over the past few days, I'm not going to keep my hopes up. Before we go off and explore, however, I did promise you guys a little bit of a cultural history lesson on Lombok, so let's jump right into those facts. Firstly, let's talk about the religion here in Lombok. 85% of the Lombok population are Muslims. However, the Muslims in Lombok, called Watu Talu, are slightly different to the Muslims in the rest of Indonesia and other parts of the world such as Saudi Arabia. These Muslims in the rest of the world and the rest of Indonesia are known as Nahdlatul Ulama, and they are known for praying 5 times a day. They pray at 12 p.m, 3 p.m, 5 p.m, 6:30 p.m and 7:15 p.m. That's a lot of praying. However, the Muslims here in Lombok only pray 3 times a day. They pray in the morning, in the afternoon and in the evening. Before this island became 85% Muslim, way back in the 16th century, Indonesia was mainly made up of Buddhists and Hindus. And in the present day, Bali is the only part of Indonesia that is made up mainly of Hindus. Whoa, what is that? There was just a huge bug that flew over here. I had no idea what that was. It was massive, it was like this big. I hate bugs, so that was terrifying. Anyway, where were we? Let's talk about the economy here in Lombok. The economy is very low compared to the rest of Indonesia, such as Bali and Java. In fact, the economy in Lombok is so low that the majority of the population can only work as farmers and only have enough money to support themselves. They cannot afford to buy homes or enroll in higher education. In fact, most teenagers living here in Lombok will leave the island to go and work abroad, such as in Malaysia or the Middle East. Once they've saved up enough money, they will then return home to buy land and build their house. However, some teenagers will provide incorrect credentials in order to obtain work abroad, and they may not be qualified to do the jobs that they have enrolled for. If these teenagers cannot speak the local language of the country that they're working in, they may be poorly treated by their employers, and some have even been killed in the past. This just goes to show how devastating the economy is here in Lombok, with the majority of it residing in the capital, which is Matara. Let's dive even deeper into these facts. Young girls here in Lombok will marry between the ages of 15 and 16 years old. This is due to the Muslim culture, which states that no sex is allowed before marriage. Therefore, the couples aren't even allowed to live together before they're married. This in turn has a negative effect on these young girls, as they are not psychologically ready to raise a family. Let's finish these facts on a positive note, shall we? Here on the Gili Islands, they don't use any motor vehicles of any kind. Instead, they use horse carts and bicycles to get around the islands. This is of course great for the environment, and with the situation that our Earth is currently in, this is obviously making a huge positive impact. So we can all certainly take a leaf out of Lombok's book. So, that's the facts done for now. Now it's time to go and explore the Gili Islands. Let's go and rent those bikes and see what it has to offer. Yesterday was also our last day on the G Adventures tour, so we left the Gili Islands and we've now returned to mainland Bali and we're here in Sanur. Last night we had our farewell dinner saying goodbye to everyone in our group. We had a few drinks and some food and just reminisced about the great times that we've had on this tour. It's been so much fun. and we've made lifelong friends, and it's been really enjoyable getting to know everybody. However, the journey does not end here. We still have a lot of Bali to explore. Grace and I are now splitting off, and we're heading to Kuta Selatan today, and we're going to be hiring a car tomorrow and driving around the rest of Bali, going to see some really amazing spots like the huge waterfalls and lots of beautiful beaches. So I'm really excited to get started with our road trip. There's going to be plenty more videos and photos to come, so I will see you guys in the rest of Bali. Skaboo.